Hi, this is Brian Jones from Valhalla Academy in Frankfort, Kentucky, and this is Mat Chat. Today we're going to talk about what I consider to be the three most fundamental coaching errors. Okay, so this is for all you coaches out there. I consider everybody who's got any kind of colored belt essentially a coach, because somebody is going to be underneath you. You're going to have to give advice to somebody. So the first one is negative coaching cues. This is a problem, okay? And this is when we phrase what we want the person to do in negative terms. For instance, let's say someone is on a person's back and we don't want them to cross their ankles because they might get foot locked. I'm not going to say, don't cross your ankles. Don't cross your ankles. Because what they hear is, cross your ankles. That's the thing that really sticks out in their head. Don't think of a purple unicorn. Whatever you do, don't think of a purple unicorn. Did you think of a purple unicorn? Probably. The image is probably still stuck in your head. What I want to do is to tell them what I want them to do, not what I don't want them to do. So instead of saying, don't cross your ankles, I'm going to say, keep your feet open. Keep your feet open. Okay, so anything that I want them to do, if I'd like them to avoid getting arm barred, I'm not going to yell, don't straighten your arms, don't straighten your arms. I'm going to say, keep your elbows in, keep your elbows in, keep your elbows tight to your body. So, that is the first major coaching problem that I see. The second one is overcoaching. That's when you essentially paralyze somebody by giving them too many commands. This is often paired up with the negative coaching cues. And you can see this when somebody's sitting there mat side or tournament or even in a class situation going, don't do this, don't stick your arm out, don't put your hand there, don't do this, don't do that. And then they might throw even some positive ones. Put your hand here, put your hand there. It's like they're coaching in real time. And since it's a constantly changing environment, you can't possibly tell the person in time what they should be doing all the time. You essentially kind of shut them down. They can't do all that stuff. So it's much better to kind of give them a general idea and then let them go and let them roll on their own. You'll find this more when people are coaching beginners because they're making so many mistakes. You just have to overlook and ignore some of those mistakes and then point out the most general thing. Okay, so typically you might figure out like what is the most important thing they need to be doing from that position. Maybe they're on the bottom of the half guard and you say, I need you to get an underhook on the left side. I need you to fight for that underhook on the left side. Keep pummeling for the underhook. Okay, and so they have that one goal in their mind. And then if it changes, then you give them another goal. The last problem that I see is undercoaching. And I ordered these as negative and then overcoaching and undercoaching in order of importance. I think that fewer people do this than the other two. Undercoaching is when you essentially ignore people. Okay? You just let them roll, you never give them any feedback. And this happens sometimes, I think, in a larger academy, a larger school, where some of the, especially the lower ranking belts, they just get ignored. They don't get their questions answered. The coaches are too busy training themselves to actually give any feedback. So sometimes they get feedback from other students, but they'd like to have it from their head coach sometimes. So what you need to do is to watch those people. Even if you are training with your students, you need to watch those people and figure out what the main issue is that they need to work on. You can give them one thing to work on, focus on staying off your back or staying on your side or just something general. Okay, it doesn't have to be exceptionally technical. The higher the rank, the more technical your instructions are going to have to be. Again, this is Brian Jones. This has been Mat Chat from Valhalla Academy. I want to remind you to train hard, train smart, and train often. I'll see you next time.